Hi, my name is Jennifer. I'm going to read off this so I don't forget anything. So, my name is Jennifer Sakaris, and I'm Uncle Jim's niece, for those of you that don't know me. Speak up. Okay. I'm honored to speak about such a special and important man. Being a father, husband, brother to 8, and godfather to more than one can count, as well as an important friend to many, Uncle Jim plays an important role in all of our lives. When someone says godfather, there is no confusion as to which godfather they are speaking of. Uncle Jim is the godfather to Nikki, Theo, Gabriel Mellis, Mary, Sonia, Scott, Hallie Adams, Tommy, and Michael Sakaris, just to name a few. I got some feedback from the family about Uncle Jim, and I broke the word godfather down, and this is what I got. So first, G is for Greek gambler. Uncle Jim loves to play poker, and Uncle Jim always wins when we play poker. But he always makes sure I'm even plus some when it's time to cash out like a true Greek gentleman. O is for orthodox. Uncle Jim is orthodox in 2 ways. He is a simple man that doesn't like change. A good example of this is his continued use of the typewriter. He owns a computer, but he would rather use the typewriter to write up his invoices. His strong faith in God and his long commitment to the Greek Orthodox Church is truly commendable. D is for decisive. When he wants to leave, it's time to go. When Stephanie is in town and calls Uncle Jim to come for a visit, he says, start time's at 6 and we're done at 9. And by God, it's like clockwork. 9 o'clock comes and you hear, honey, it's time to go. I can't tell you how many times I've seen Aunt Harriet walking out of Aunt Tony and Uncle Ted's house, blowing kisses and saying goodbye because Uncle Jim is in the car waiting for him. F is for family. Uncle Jim loves his family. He always greets you with a huge smile and a hug. He loves his brothers and sisters, Charlie, Glenn, Tony, Harry, Patsy, Helen, Connie, and Mary with all of his heart. The love he has for Pam and Greg is unconditional, and the love he has for his wife is like no other. I know if you ask Uncle Jim what is the most important thing to him, his answer would be family. Uncle Jim helped Dad and I not too long ago in the kitchen at church, and I texted Aunt Harriet to let him know how grateful we were for his help. Her response was, he just likes being around you guys. And I do know this is true until he's ready to leave, of course. A is for aware. Uncle Jim is always asking everyone about what they're doing, what's new in their lives, and he truly wants the best for all of us. And he tries to keep track of everything that's going on in our lives. T is for the cool uncle. Uncle Jim has always been the cool uncle. Going to his house as a kid was always so much fun. There was a pool, slot machines, board games, and you could get away with anything. He simply encouraged bad behavior. One fun trick he had for our parents was telling us to put potato chips in our pockets so we could eat them later. And one year, at a church luncheon when Alexis was 6, he had her bid $100 on a loaf of bread. H is for hardworking. Uncle Jim is the definition of a self-made man. From delivering papers at an early age to the Wright brothers to still working at the age of 80. Being a second-generation immigrant, Uncle Jim made the American dream come through his hard work ethic. E is for entertaining. Church is always fun when you're sitting next to Godfather. There have been countless times Natalie and I have lost it with church giggles. Once you finally gain composure, a quick side glance from him and it's over. Natalie looked at Uncle Jim before Holy Unction one year and said, I don't know my baptismal name. And his response to her was, just make one up. The delivery and timing of his jokes is perfect. R is for respected. Everyone has always looked up to Uncle Jim, and he's always been the one people go to for advice. Aunt Callie wasn't allowed to do anything unless Grandma talked to him first. Like in 9th grade, she wanted wire-rimmed glasses, and she wasn't allowed unless Godfather gave it his stamp of approval. The respect did not stop with his generation. One example of this, great respect, is how Aunt Callie named her son Jimmy after Godfather. I know I can speak for the family and say that even though you aren't one of the exclusive members of the list of his godchildren, he is truly a godfather to everyone in the family through his care, love, and devotion to his faith.